Stu, when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from high school. And the Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Ohio State's offense takes the field. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
A run for the quarterback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Brock. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneaks it into the end zone.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action. Escapes trouble. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you have to love getting to the quarterback early in this football game. Your first drive, how about your offense? They already took care of business, put up points for you. Now you're getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. Great start for this squad.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking for a man. It's Brock. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. On a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Brock. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's got it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To the air, it's Brock. With the catch, it's Len. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Looking to pass inside the red zone. On the run, fires downfield. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw again. Escapes the sack. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The sure hands, it's Ivy. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Akbar. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Shakes off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
Single back formation, and they give it to it.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able...
There he goes! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. They'll throw on third and short. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. To the air on second down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Working that left side now. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Looking to throw. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a 2-possession lead might feel insurmountable. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Slings it downfield. Working on the right. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air, it's Brock. The screen, he can go. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He'll pull it on the read. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Lynn. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's high. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Brock. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense set for a 1st down play. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.